Hello everyone, come with me as I go to Boston for a Pittcon conference. It's an analytical conference where we go to present our work that we do in the lab. So I was just preparing everything that I needed. Today was the day one where we do the career. It was like a career fair. So I was working on my resume, making sure that I've uploaded everything, looking at employers and all the things that I needed to be said and to do on those things. While I do all this thing, I just want to say to you that today, may you arise and shine. May you arise and become the light that God has put in you so that through you, others can see Christ. So as I was preparing and making sure that I had everything, my backpack and all my computers and stuff like that, I had to make sure that I leave my room clean. When I come back, I don't want the stress of thinking that my room is not clean. This is something that I do when I travel or when I go out of my room, when I leave for something. I just want to make sure that my room is clean, mostly when I travel out. Not when I'm going to class. Sometimes I leave this room and I'm just like, Lord, help me. But I'm working on that, making sure that my room is clean all the time before I leave, so that when I come back, it's just heaven on earth. You know what I mean? But I made sure that my room was clean and it was time to go and leave this place. But I had to just make sure that everything was set, everything was in place, and that I'm ready to roll. Yep. And then that was me printing my resume out and everything that I needed for this conference, for this career fair to be a success. And we were soon on the road, and just one of my friends drove, and it was a good ride. Music and all those things, but I had to make sure that I was looking at companies that were going to be available. They had this app where we were checking everything, checking employers, and you would save all those things. And also a platform where you can see everybody that is presenting and their work that they'll be presenting on. And there goes me presenting on my poster and my work that I do in the lab on reactive oxygen species. So if you know anything about that, you can come to me and we can talk. Just planning and making sure that, I'm looking at the things that I need to get done for the week. And this coming week is going to be a busy week, knowing that I have a conference I'm presenting and I still have classes as well. But the conference was huge. We did a lot of walking today. Like, I was so tired, guys. Like, I'm like, oh my God, can they just automate everything? But we were walking, and that was me, the feed for the day. It was so exciting. We did our check-in. There were people who were helping us to do our check-in, so it was easy. We didn't need anything, just give them your name, because we did our registration online, and you get your badge that you use to get into all the, talks that were happening. There were different talks that were happening at the same time. So we went and sat in through some talks by professors, by industry professionals. Different people were coming to this conference to present their work and to share ideas and come together. Some of them, I did not understand anything because they were at graduate level. They would talk about languages that I have never heard before. So I was just trying to power through and finish the talks that they were doing. But I had a couple of talks that were really interesting, that I found interesting, that maybe I'm considering to go do research in grad school based on those talks, because I was like, this is so interesting. And there was my friend recording me, and I'm just like, oh no. Anyways, this talk was very interesting. It was from one of those companies. They were presenting on automation in like doing research and pipetting and doing all those things in sample prepping. So interesting, so good. And also these were like companies that were presenting sort of like equipment and instruments that they have, so selling things and stuff. So we went to get lunch, and we went into this confusing building. We entered the wrong place, so we had to turn back around and go down. But we had a nice time. We saw the sunset. It was so pretty. Boston was so cold. I wish I could survive that cold. I'm considering maybe I don't want to work in Boston, but it's so clean. It's so nice. The sunset was so pretty and so beautiful. We went back to the conference and we carried ourselves back home because we were driving back and forth. We didn't want to miss a lot of classes during the day, but this was so nice and the sunset was so beautiful, and it just made me realize like I really love car drives, especially if I am driving, and just blasting worship music while watching the sunset or watching the sun go down with this prettiness and beautifulness. But I just pray that the Lord will guide you, that whatever you're doing, that the Lord will give you the courage to ask questions and to seek out understanding other people's stories, which was very important lesson for me to learn from this conference, which I wish I had done, just going to ask professionals and people in the industries what their experience was. But have a great day. See you next time.